Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Aria again for GMS Tampa Bay 12 and GMS 13 Ruler Shabbat. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Holoyim La Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem, Bracha, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone. And single salutations to all the Akim out there, Kal Akim, that push this word in truth and sincerity and who believe in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai and the true gospel. And shalom to all the sisters as well that listen in meekness, quietness, and humbleness. And again, as you know, it's Ariel from GMS Tampa. Basically, you know, it's another beautiful day in this God-forsaken kingdom. You know, want to put out the righteous vibrations. You know, because because daily brothers, we cry unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. We cry unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai to finally release us from this place. You know, by sending the sun back, you know, take down our enemies, because we have enemies round about us all the time that come against this gospel, you know, that want to do harm unto us, especially when we out in the highways and byways. You know, they want to do harm unto us. They don't want this truth to come out, or they just don't believe at all, you know, and they look at us as we're the scum of the earth. But that's okay, man, because we understand that our Lord got us. And all we really gotta do is ask, and you know, and the Lord will take care of us. The Lord ain't gonna keep us in this situation forever. He's not gonna keep us in here much longer. Sure, there's many prophecies that still need to come to pass before the kingdom of heaven comes. However, we understand that, you know, from the climate of the world right now, these prophecies will start coming to pass sooner and sooner, in closer succession. So there's really no need for us to really fret. All we got to do is continue and have patience and faith. That's really what it comes down to. And the Lord will deliver us out of this madness. He'll give us the heathen. So let's start with that. I ain't planning on getting there, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thine possession. Okay, the Lord said He's going to give us the heathen. When He says heathen, it's talking about the other nations separate from the nation of Israel. And when we talk about the nation of Israel, we're not talking about the Israelis that live in the land of Israel right now. Those aren't the true Israelites. Okay, the men and women living over in Israel right now are not the true Israelites. They're imposters. They actually come from the nation of Amalek, which is one of the tribes of Edom, the chief house of Edom. And when we say Edom, when you see the word Edom or Esau or Edomite in the Bible, or Edomia, it's referring to today in modern terms would be the so-called white man or the Caucasian man walking up and down this earth that stems from the line of Esau. Okay, because the Caucasian, a true Caucasian will stem from the line of Esau, the blood, the lineage of a man named Esau, and he was called Edom. Okay, which means red. And if you look at the so-called white man, his skin is actually red, or you may call it pink, which is a derivative of red. Okay, those men over there, and those men and women that live in Israel right now are not the true Israelites. Those are heathen. Okay, and all other nations outside of the nation of Israel. And when we say the nation of Israel, we refer the true nation of Israel. Okay, are the hidden ones today, which you consider today as the Negroes in North America, the Caribbean, and a lot of them live in London, Europe, all over Europe as well. The Negroes with talent, okay, the so-called Negroes with talent, in a sense of self, okay. Typically, those would be the Israelites, because you have some that look like us, but they're actually from the nation of Ham. Okay, and Ham is what you would call the actual true Africans. Because when you look at a true African and you look at an actual Negro from America or the Caribbean, completely different spirit. Am I wrong? They actually look different as well. If you really examine what they look like, they actually look different as well. Okay, when you look at a true African, a true doo-doo eating African, okay, their spirit is completely different than a North American Negro, if you will. Now I'm just using these terms because they're easily you understand what they are a little more easier when I say Judite, because a true Negro will come from, it actually comes from the nation of Judah. Okay, and we don't go by the terms Negro, we don't go by the terms black. Those are constructs that were given onto us here in the slavery. Okay, I just got to get this out, because we don't here at Great Millstone, we don't associate with anything black. All right, we don't associate with anything dark. All right, we're not black Hebrew Israelites over here. I don't know where that term came from. That is not us. We have no communion with that. All right, we don't consider ourselves Negroes. We don't consider ourselves Latinos, because so-called Latinos are also of the tribes, the northern kingdom, tribes of the northern kingdom. Okay, they're Israelites as well. We don't consider ourselves Latinos or Hispanics or Native Americans. Okay, we consider ourselves Israelites from our respective tribes, and you got 12 tribes. Okay, so the scripture says, ask, and again this is Psalm 2 and 8, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So the Lord's going to give the Israelites the heathen for our possession. He's going to give us people for our possession. In other words, he's going to give us slaves. All right, so we can do as we please with them in righteousness. The Lord's going to give us slaves. We're going to actually have people working for us instead of us working for them. Because do we not work for these other nations? Do we not work for these other nations? Do you not have a so-called white man boss? Do you not have to go to the so-called East Indian store or the so-called Arab store, Arab? You do. Okay, they run the shit. We are the consumers. It's going to be different in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to be our possession, and they're going to come to us for all things. And what else to say? The Lord's going to give us the uttermost parts of the earth. So we're going to have land. We're going to have all the land of the earth. The Lord's going to give this to us. Okay. Verse 9: Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So the Lord's going to give us the nations, and we're going to dash them. Or what does it say? We're going to break them. It says we shall break them with a rod of iron, meaning that we're going to rule over these nations with true power. Okay? If they get out of line, we're going to dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. We're going to break them, physical violence, okay? Until they get right. And the number one nation that's going to be broken in pieces like a potter's vessel is the nation of Edom, the so-called white man. For the atrocities he's done on this earth, he'll be broken into pieces like a potter's vessel. Yeah, man. That's what's coming to us. And you got to ask the Lord for these things. You got to really believe that the Lord will give these things to you. Because what's the point of going on the highways and byways? What's the point of watching these videos all the time if you really don't believe that you're an Israelite and that these scriptures are true? What's the point? There is no point. You might as well just go back into the world and be an American. This is Psalm. Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, man, these nations are going to turn up on the nation of Israel. Because they speak specifically the so-called white man. He's going to turn up on the nation of Israel. You think this man is happy with this truth coming out the way it is on the internet? No, of course not. He already shut down the YouTube once. He already took our channel away, GMS Tampa Bay 07. He erased it, deleted all the work we did. He deleted it. All right, so we had to put up the next channel, GMS Tampa Bay 12. And it's not just us; it's dozens of other channels that have gotten their brothers gotten their channels taken down. This here is my second channel, 13 Rulership Bob. Okay, so this man, he doesn't want this truth coming out. Eventually he's gonna get to a point where he's gonna be like, you know what? All y'all going into jail, and he's gonna start arresting people, locking them up into concentration camps, testing your faith. That's the Lord testing your faith. These things are gonna come. The Lord the Lord is setting this man up to come down on the nation of Israel. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 9. It says, Nah, let's start at verse 7 because I like that one. So Psalm 34 verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth around, the angel of the Lord Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Okay? Because the Lord has angels around us. So yeah, we understand that the so-called white man's about to drop his hammer on us. But we're not afraid of that because we understand that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has his righteous angels encamped around us. So no harm can come to us. Especially if we believe in the true doctrine and if we're fighting for righteousness. You think the Lord's gonna have us out there fucked up? You gotta be kidding me. Now the Lord's gonna take care of us. If we really believe in this thing and we're really fighting for this thing in truth and righteousness, the Lord's gonna save us. So it says the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him. And we fear the Lord. That's why we out in the highways and byways. That's why we changed our lives around. Through the Spirit. Because we fear the Lord. We fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai and what he would do to us. We don't want to disappoint Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We want the kingdom of heaven. We want the heathen for our possession. We don't want to disappoint Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We don't want to get the judgment of the heathen, the Gentile. No, we want to be lifted up out of this mess. So we fear the Lord. Now let's skip, I'll read on. Verse 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Oh, fear the Lord Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. God, right. So there's no want to them that fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. When it says want, it means there's no lack. Okay? There's nothing lacking to those that fear the Lord. Meaning that you'll have all that you need if you fear the Lord. And how do you fear the Lord? You follow his law, statutes, commandments. That's how you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You follow his law, statutes, commandments in truth and sincerity. Not trying to please your man, trying to please your brother. Oh, look how good I follow the commandments. No. You're doing this to please the Lord because you fear that the Lord will take your head off if you don't. That's what it is. So if you fear the Lord, it's going to be no, it says, oh, fear the Lord Yahweh, ye his saints. And the saints are the Israelites. Okay, the saints are the Israelites. It's not no Mother Teresa type shit, man. It's the Israelites. Okay? The ones that believe and are following the true doctrine. Those are the saints. Because there's plenty of Israelites, but the true saints are the ones that are following the law, statutes, commandments, and doing the work. Those are the true saints. Ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him. So you'll have everything you need if you truly fear the Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You'll have all the things that you need. Notice I said need. Alright, if you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai in truth and sincerity, you won't be lacking anything. Okay? Let's skip down to verse 15. Psalm chapter 34 and 15. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. And the righteous are the ones that are fearing the Lord. Okay? The ones that are doing the work of the Lord. So it says his ears are open to those that what? His ears are open unto their cry. So the Lord hears our cries. He hears our prayers, in other words. So when we pray for this kingdom to be taken down, to be destroyed, you don't think the Lord is hearing these? We throw the prayers up daily. Numerous times a day. The Lord is hearing these prayers. Okay? The Lord is hearing these prayers. It says the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. The face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them that from the earth. So those who's doing evil on the earth, starting with the so-called white man, the Edomite. All right, the Edomite is the one that's doing evil upon the earth. I don't got to go into the atrocities of the so-called white man, do I? If I do, then you might as well just go watch Pokemon video. You turn this off, give it a thumbs down, report it, and then go watch the Pokemon video because you're not getting it. I don't have to tell you who is the evil of the earth. If I have to tell you that, then you're dense, bro. The Lord Yahweh is nigh or close unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as to be of a contrite spirit. Okay, a heavy heart. Okay, you bro. If you really truly hate this kingdom, America, and the so-called white man's rulership, then guess what? The Lord is nigh unto you. It says the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart. You're troubled. You got a contrite spirit. You understand? The Lord and it's broken. Your heart is broken not because Not because you know, your dog died or something. Yeah, you know, that happens. Of course, your heart's gonna be broken. No, your heart is truly broken because of the condition of the planet Earth. All right, condition of the Israelites, your people. Look at your people, your brethren. Look at them. Look at them. Look at your people. Take a step back. All right, pause the video, and I want you to just look at your people for a second. Look at them. Some of them are working, and then they come home, they still have a smile on their face. They're still doing everything that they need to do to help their family and provide it and feed their family. All right? Not losing hope for a better day. And that's Jake, man. That's Jacob. That's the sons of Jacob. That's the daughters of Jacob. Those are the Israelites. They'll work their 9 to 5, come home with the macaroni and and rice in the pantry, and a little TV, a little cable TV or whatever. Come home and provide. Everything's gonna be okay. The next day, everything's gonna be okay. Life is gonna get better. Jake, some Jake really believe that. Look at your people, man. Look how low they are. You understand that these people are supposed to be kings upon the earth? Do you understand that these women are supposed to be like princesses? We're not supposed to be in this predicament. We're not supposed to. We're not built for this. But the Lord put us in this position, in this predicament because we broke His laws, statutes, commandments. We broke His covenant. So the Lord is punishing us right now. So you gotta want better life for your brothers and sisters. You gotta want that. You have to truly want that, and the Lord will give it to you. You gotta truly want it. We have a broken heart because we see this and we understand it. We understand that this is not right, that this is off, that our people should not be in this predicament. But yet, here it is. And it breaks our heart to see it. It breaks our heart to see the animals, in zoos. All right? Genetically modified foods. Our children being sold into sex slavery. This is happening right now. And there's nothing we can do about it. So, the righteous are of a broken heart. Contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh delivereth him out of them all. So all these things that are happening unto the righteous, all the things that we must endure before the kingdom of heaven, guess what? The Lord will deliver you out of it if you be one of His men or women. All right? But this is started with you men. This whole thing starts with the men. If the men ain't right, the women ain't right. And if the men are right, they're putting up these videos. They're on the highways and byways so they can put this vibration out there, and maybe other men will see, and maybe some women will see. Okay, that's what's gonna happen, bro. Hey, man, we ready for this thing to end. We're ready for this thing to end. We're ready for righteousness to reign supreme again, like it did, once upon a time. But this time, there ain't gonna be no going off. Okay? Ain't gonna be no breaking the laws anymore. We're gonna please the Lord forever and ever, even forever. It's the book of Luke. Hold on a second. Let me find the verse. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 30. This is Yahushua speaking. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. The Lord is going to give you the kingdom, and it is His pleasure to do so. It is the Most High's pleasure. The one the world calls God, it is His pleasure. His real name is Yahweh, which means He exists in the ancient Hebrew, the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. He does exist. And it is His pleasure to give us the kingdom of heaven. So it says what? I'll read it all again. Verse 30. Luke 12:30. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need for these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. What things? We're talking about, food, water, okay, raiment, okay, the necessities of life. It says, but rather seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you. So the Lord, if we seek the kingdom, the Lord's going to give us everything that we need. That's why it says there's going to be no want to those that fear the Lord, meaning no lack. You smell me? Figure deal me? Verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So don't fear. Don't fear the world. Fear the Most High. Don't fear what's going on in this world. Don't fear the wars and the rumors of wars. Don't fear the so-called white man and his guns and his police. Don't fear that. Fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and it's His good pleasure to give you the kingdom of heaven when the time is meet. Real talk, brothers. Real talk. You know what? I might just end it with that. So I can get back to this mess. Yeah, we'll end it with that. You know, I don't want to make it too long. So with that, basically in a nutshell, seek after the Lord, and the Lord's going to give you all the things you need to get through life. Seek after the Lord, and He'll give you the kingdom of heaven. He'll give you the heathen people. He'll give you the uttermost parts of the planet Earth, and ultimately the universe. With that, I say shalom to the elect. Call Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.